Now, if you have ever wondered how to build your credit score quickly, get a higher credit limit, or simply get approved for a credit card, then you have come to the right place. Buckle up because we're going to be talking about the Fit MasterCard and the Premier credit card and how these two amazing credit cards can help you achieve these goals pretty quickly. Now, if you guys are new here, I am Info Girl, and in this video, I want to be sharing with you a great way to help you improve your credit score pretty quickly and how you can get access to credit if you have no credit or bad credit. Now, before we get into the nitty gritty of the Fit MasterCard, let's quickly recap what a credit score is and why it's so important. Now, your credit score is like a report card for your financial health. It helps lenders determine how trustworthy you are as a borrower. So, generally, your credit score ranges from 300 to 850, with anything above 700 often being considered a great credit score. But what's in a credit score? Mainly, it's influenced by five different factors. So, your payment history, amounts owed, length of credit history, types of credit use, and a new credit inquiries. So, all of these play significant roles in how likely you are to be approved for loans or a credit card. But why should you care? Well, having a high credit score not only allows you to secure loans or credit cards easier, but it can also lead to better interest rates, which can save you a ton of money. And I mean a ton of money in the long run. So let's go ahead and talk about how the Fit MasterCard can help you achieve all of this pretty quickly. Now, the Fit MasterCard is designed specifically for those looking to build or improve their credit scores. Now, in order to be approved for the Fit MasterCard, you must, and I mean must, have a low credit score. And why I say that, because this card is designed again for people with low credit. Now, this is an excellent option for anyone just starting out on their credit journey or for those who are looking to bounce back after past credit challenges. Now, might you be asking, what credit score do I need to be approved? The good news is that the Fit MasterCard often accept applicants from people with low credit scores. So sometimes even as low as 300. You can get approved for a credit card. Now, I did call this lender to confirm whether or not you can be approved for this credit card with a 300 score. And the answer is yes. Now, that does come with other factors. So, if you have a credit score of 300 with no other information reported to your credit profile, then you could be approved. But you can also still be approved if you have a 500 credit score and you have late payments or bankruptcies and things of that nature. So, yes, if you've struggled in the past or simply don't have credit history, this card can definitely be a great option and stepping stone to help you build your personal credit. So, how can the Fit MasterCard help you build your credit? First, it offers a flexibility credit limit that can help you grow in with you. Initially, you might start with a lower limit, roughly at 400, but responsible usage and timely payments can lead to a credit limit increase. Now, this flexibility is key when it comes to utilization credit without risking your credit score. Now, additionally, reports to all three major credit bureaus, so Equifax, Experian, and TransUnion. Now, this means that each time you make a payment, especially when you make a payment on time, it gets recorded. Now, payments do help boost your credit score and build your credit score. Now, your payment history, which is the most significant important factor of your credit usage, is so much more important. Now, you might be thinking, but how do I make sure I'm responsible? Now, a good strategy is to use your card for small purchases that you can easily pay off each month. So, if you can only afford to pay $100 back each month, you want to make sure that you spend within that credit range because you don't want to go over if it's too much. And that's why I definitely recommend for people with a lower credit score to start off with a credit card with a lower limit. Now, with a smaller amount, this builds up your credit utilization, which is so important to your available credit now that you're using. So, you want to make sure that you aim for less than 30% of your utilization for the best results. And I do mean that you want to stay under 30% of your available credit for the best results. And I'm telling you, with just doing that, you will see your credit score take off. Now, let's go beyond the Fit MasterCard and touch on a few more tips to help you strengthen your credit score. Now, the number one rule I say is make your payments on time. Now, this cannot be emphasized enough. Establishing a positive habit of paying your bills on time can help you improve your credit score tremendously. Number two, you want to make sure that you keep old accounts open. So the length of your credit history even matters. Even if you don't plan to use an older card, keep it open to show a longer credit history. Now, I must say, I have done that before on one of my old accounts. I did close out thinking that I didn't need that credit card because it was a $200 limit many years ago. And I ended up closing that card and I did lose a ton of points just by doing that. You want to also make sure, number three, that you limit new applications. So, when you apply for too many cards in a short period, it can raise a red flag, space out your applications if you're going to apply. So, I personally, if I'm going to apply for something, I only apply for about two or three things in a month and try to space that out like every 3 months or so. But people can do it a lot closer, but that's just my preference. So there you have it with the Fit MasterCard. It isn't just a card, it's a real opportunity for you to take control of your financial future. Now, with the right usage and strategy, you can definitely boost your credit score, unlock higher credit limits, and pave your way to financial independence with this credit card. Now, as you guys can see, the initial credit limit for this Fit credit card is at $400, but that is all based on credit worthiness as well. Now, with that being said, you can get approved for a $400 credit limit. However, there is a $99 annual fee that reduces the amount when you are approved to 301. Okay. Now, your credit limit, if you are approved, is 400, but with a $99 annual fee that they charge you immediately, that will bring you down to 301. But if you do make your payments on time for at least 13 months, you can get a credit limit increase. And that would bring you up to 1,000. Okay. Now, with this credit card, they do offer MasterCard Zero Liability Protection. And again, they do report to all three major credit bureaus trying to help you build your personal credit. Now, as you guys can see, this is in my opinion, can be a really great option for those of us who are looking to build their credit score. Now we're going to go ahead and talk about a second credit card that can definitely help you build your credit score or credit pretty quickly. Now, the $5,000 First Premier Bank card. Now, this is definitely huge. Now, this kind of limit can give you room to maneuver financially, and it also shows creditors that that you're taking steps to rebuild your credit profile. Now, when I first came across this card, I was amazed at how it can make a difference in someone's financial journey. Imagine having access to this amount and knowing that you can use it to manage unexpected expenses or even just to boost your everyday purchasing power. Now, when I first again had bad credit many years ago, and I always say this in each video, I have done a video before on the first Premier Bank card that I will go ahead and pin down below. But this card definitely helped me build my credit pretty quickly. I mean, straight out of bankruptcy, and I keep saying that because that is the truth. That is the facts. Like when I came out of bankruptcy, I applied for, I think, this card and a Capital One, and it might have been the card before this one as well. And these credit cards definitely helped me build my credit score up less than 3 months. I kid you not. Now, while having $5,000 credit limit sounds appealing, it's also definitely important to approach credit responsibly. So, keeping your credit utilization ideally under 30% now is key to improving your credit score. Now, I cannot stress this enough. 30%, 30%. If you have to write it down, write it down. Now, let's say that you have a $5,000 limit. You want to make sure that you keep your total spending limit within that card to roughly around 1,500. Now, this helps to avoid debt traps while demonstrating to the credit bureaus that you are responsible when it comes to credit card usage. And now I know some of you might be wondering, what about fees? Yes, there are some fees associated with the First Premier Bank card, but it's important to educate yourself before diving into that. Now, there is an annual fee that applies as well as the potential transaction fees. However, many other cards aim to subprime borrowers when it comes to fees too. So it's all about weighing in the pros and the cons carefully. And trust me, doing your homework now will pay off really well in the long run. Now, while it is awesome to have a $5,000 credit limit, the First Premier Bank card isn't just about having a credit card. It's just about rebuilding and trust with yourself and with lenders. It's about creating a pathway towards financial freedom and independence. Now, when you start using it responsibly, paying your balances on time, and keeping your utilization low, what happens? Your credit score can rise, right? So, and this is where the magic happens. A higher score can open up doors to better credit opportunities, including lower interest rates and premier credit cards offerings. So you can see how this chain reaction can transfer your financial life. Now, let me also say this: your initial credit limit probably will not be starting off at $5,000. It probably will take time, but depending on your overall credit score and credit history will determine what your initial credit limit will be. Okay. Now, again, in order to be approved for the First Premier credit card, I do recommend having a lower credit score. And another great thing about this bank is they offer a pre-qualification, so you will not take a hard hit on your profile. You can see if you're pre-approved first, and then of course, if you do accept the terms and the conditions, there will be a hard inquiry on your credit profile. Now, they also have an additional credit card that I have not went over with you all today, but you guys are free to check that one out as well. That's the Green Premier Bank card. Again, this credit card is for rebuilding. So they do report to all three major credit bureaus, agencies. They do have a clear pricing, no hidden fees. Everything is in the terms and conditions. So again, you want to make sure that you are reading that fine print to understand exactly what you are signing up for, and you can also get credit limit increases eligible for all well deserved increases after 12 months. After 12 months, okay, of consistent payments on time, especially if you have a lower credit score. Now, I do recommend First Premier Bank, like I said, and I cannot stress this enough. This was one of my first credit cards that I had when I came out of bankruptcy. And yes, if you're wondering if I still do have this credit card, yes, I do. I think they did offer me a credit limit increase, but I'm at the max now at this point at 5,000. So there's pretty much nothing else that I can get, but I will keep it open because the length of this credit card. Okay. So there you have it, you guys. Two amazing credit cards that can definitely help you rebuild your credit score and your credit history pretty fast. Okay. So if you guys did find this video very helpful, make sure that you like and subscribe and share it with your friends or family, someone who's also in the process of trying to build their credit and looking for a credit card or some type of financial guidance on how to rebuild their personal credit. So again, if you guys did enjoy this video, make sure you give it a like and a thumbs up. Until next time, I will see you all in the next video.